Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday, Beard Advice Live. We just asked ourselves out loud, are we forgetting something? And we don't know if we are or not, so we'll roll right on with it. My name's Dan. This is the Mayor. Mayor, how you doing?
Doing great, guys. Here on Beard Advice Live, we do what we are named after. We give beard advice. Gentlemen, if you ever have an interest in getting or joining or asking us questions about your beard or what to do, send it into beardadvicelive@gmail.com with a couple pictures, maybe a little bit of a brief description about what you're looking for, and we'll hook you up. Well, usually that week.
Absolutely. And we do have one little asterisk to that statement.
Oh, that's true.
And I want to get this out right away so when people watch on replay, they'll catch it at the beginning, and we'll come back to this later with a longer discussion. Next week will be Beard Advice Live, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be live. The Mayor and I will be together. However, it's going to be from our Beard Meetup at Disney Springs in Orlando, Florida. So we're going to talk. We're probably going to introduce you to some company owners, some content creators, and just kind of hang out, just kind of show you around Disney Springs, maybe just talk, laugh, giggle, those kinds of things. But there's not going to be any pictures next week. There's not going to be any advice next week. Please still send in. It's just going to be a week later. So the next advice will be 2 weeks from tonight. Hey, Noah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. And we'll go over all the details of the meetup later tonight as well. But essentially, 5 p.m. Eastern, it begins. Disney Springs. I'm going to make a post on my Instagram tomorrow, and it's going to be outside of the House of Blues. I'll actually post a map and kind of show you guys where it's at Disney Springs. But if you find House of Blues, trust me, you won't be able to miss the big gaggle of beards that are going to be there. So we will be live next week. We will make sure we're there for you guys. But actually, the Mayor on Sunday is going to be live from Disney Springs on Sunday Beyond Bearded.
Florida, not Disney Springs, but...
You're right. Yeah.
I'm not driving in there. I mean, it'd be great, but...
Yes, he's going to be live from Florida, different location, a couple hours away from Disney. On Monday, Command's Corner, I'm going to be live from Disney, just like I have for the previous 3 meetup weeks. And then Wednesday as well, but then we'll be back to normal for next Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. So just want to put that out there. We will have Beard Advice Live, but it's going to be from Disney. Super excited. I hope many of you guys are going to be there. It's going to be pretty awesome.
The idea being just that we want you guys, whether you can make it or not, just to feel a little bit of part of things. I know it's not perfect, but Dan has always taught me with this. One of the biggest things is showing up and being there regularly, kind of as you build this whole connection with people watching and all of our chat and all that. So we'll be there. It's not going to be exactly the same. We probably miss a lot of comments. Probably can't see much on the phone. I'm a little nervous about that, if I'm being honest myself. But it'll just be casual, and we'll have a good time, and maybe you guys will get a little bit of a feel for what it's like to be there.
Yep, we'll always be there. We're never going to miss. We're going to make it covered one way or another, so you guys can count on us. And hello to everybody. I see I have one of my students in the chat. Hello, Alex. How you doing? About time. We always have the Mayor's students represented, so we got to bring out my students out there. But let's get to it, you guys. This is Beard Advice Live. As the Mayor said, we help out beards. We go over their goals, their problems, their situations that they have, like questions like, what should I do with my mustache? How do I get to this goal? Do you think I should trim? And then we help out, we being me, myself, the Mayor, and the chat, and everybody that can participate, help out with support, help out with positivity. It's an amazing place. But we do have some old school traditions with slight twists. They've been slowly evolving and twisting and turning. But, Mayor, what do we got going?
So have we.
Very true, very true.
So tonight we are actually Tyler A. from a couple weeks ago on the episode sent us in some amazing beef jerky. It's called Double G. I think it's affiliated with like a charity or something like that down in Florida. We have the smashed cracked pepper we're trying.
Just hold that over you. And we'll zoom.
Yeah. I'm trying to give the people what they want, and if I put it over my face, what are we doing? What's this all about? I'm just kidding, guys. That's my. I talked about this on Sunday. Just self-promotion, positive self-talk. Here we go. And this one is the OG, the original.
And then this one is Paula's Max Weight.
So I think that's the original, but like a bigger, thicker cut.
Okay. All right. Cool. So we're gonna be trying that, and then we also drink beverages on the show. And tonight, courtesy of Mr. Shade Carpenter in the chat right now, we will be trying Sundrop, which we both fell in love with, Cherry, and I do have 2 normal Sundrops because this is, I think, a little bit smaller. If not, I'm going to say it's smaller in my brain. So we do have the Cherry that we're going to try. We're very excited. Very, very excited. The Sundrop was a 10 out of 10 for me. The Cheerwine was okay. I still have those in there. If you want Cheerwine, it's got your name on it. But I love cherry pop, and I think this is going to be a smash hit, even though I've heard some people like the original better, which surprised me.
But that's the way it goes with a lot of things. We both really enjoy Code Red, so I don't see this being a total miss. It could be a little bit less than we're hoping for, but that's kind of life too sometimes.
Yeah. So I don't think I've ever done this, but I'm going to dive in right now and try this cherry sun drop because I've been waiting on it. Shade was asking me, he was like, have you tried it? I did not. I wanted to wait for the show here.
You got crazy self-control, man. Yeah, it is. I did notice it's it's a half liter, so it's 500 ml metric, even though it is, American. We're going on to the milliliters for some reason.
16.9 fluid ounces. Is that, what's a 20 ounce? I think is a normal pop.
Although
so
I think they've been getting away from that. Slowly, you don't even notice it. There's slowing down those portion sizes. Although I don't know if much of their cost is actually in the volume, but maybe the shipping of the, you add so many ounces to every bottle, but that adds up on gas if nothing else.
Right. Fantastic. Another 10 out of 10. I love the original. I love this one. It's not Code Red. It's not Cherry Coke or anything. It's its own original thing. You guys, this is a fantastic option. Give it a shot, man. I want you to try it.
Thank you, Shade, for that. And there's Tyler in the chat, our jerky guy, too.
Yep. Thank you so much, you guys. And if anybody ever wants to contribute, please reach out. We'd be happy to give you a shipping address for any local beef jerky or your favorite beef jerky, or if you have like a regional pop. Hey, we're down. It does not have to be a Mountain Dew. We can go with anything out there.
Fantastic.
It's really good.
Enjoyable. Yep. Thank you so much. I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna be like stopping into truck stops. I was thinking I'll do a few pictures of my drive because we're leaving at like after school. Like we'll leave at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Do a little radar love driving all night.
And we're leaving 2 to 3 in the a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So.
But anyways, I think I'll do some pictures on the way.
Cool.
While my family's sleeping, of them especially. Just kidding.
Yeah, we are going to do our first Disney meetup trip. We did a hardcore vlog. We vlogged everything. It's a really good video on the YouTube channel. Last time we didn't vlog at all. This time we're going to go with a happy medium. We're going to do some video clips, but not be like, we got to show every stop. We got to narrate and stuff. So yeah, it should be pretty good what's going on. And hey, everybody in the chat, let's get involved. If you guys don't mind, throw a comment of what's in Beard today. What are you guys rocking? For me, I have in Beard Brand Old Money. Beard Brand Old Money. What about you?
I'm all over the place, man. I got Strange Bromance from Whiskey and Hardtack as my oil. Kauai from Old Chesapeake is the butter. I don't know. I just kind of
mixed it up?
Yeah, it works for me.
Nice. And shout out to everybody in here tonight. I haven't even said this yet. A lot of you have forgotten. That's okay. But if you don't mind, please hit a thumbs up on the stream right now. If you're on your phone, hit that little X in the top right-hand corner. Hit the thumbs up. It even has like a nice, like cool little like animation where it like gives like sparkles and colorful things.
Yeah, they made it fun to like,
cool.
Guys. It is now fun to be positive.
It is.
It always has been. We just didn't know.
It's like at the casino when you win stuff, but for free. And so if you guys could hit that would be amazing. And if anybody wants to share it, please consider that. I'm not going to say that again this show, but maybe we could get the word out to somebody that forgot. But shout out to everybody that's always supporting. Donald Long out there, always sharing things. We've got Mr. Wolverine in the chat. We got Daniel. We got Disney Daniel. We got Daniel the Bearded. So many amazing people, you guys. So thank you for all the sharing, for all the support out there. Awesome. Alley Cat's in the building. I saw Beard Octane earlier. Man, Gabe's in there. Jim Baker. We got Sarah. Hello, everybody. So many others out there. All right. Should we get this party started? What jerky are we starting with here?
You can pick. You pick.
All right. Let me take a look.
Original.
The consistency. I think it's like trying a beard company. Like you got to try, if they have unscented, you got to try unscented. So I think we're going to try the original. And if you guys are just coming in, we have the Double G Jerky out of Florida, and we're going with the original. And I do appreciate that they have gluten-free labeled for the soy sauce on here.
Yeah, so. I saw that, and I just was worried that it only set up for the soy sauce, whereas I was just making sure.
Yeah.
I always send in like a shot of the ingredients. I'm pretty good about it. I look for wheat. I look for like some of those binding things.
Yep.
Actually, I can tell by the type of jerky it is sometimes too. There, with the flour or whatever, but I don't always know for sure, so it's good to check because I don't want to show up and have it not be something you can enjoy.
Yeah. And speaking of Florida, the Dolphins traded for Tyreek Hill today. They also traded for signed a massive lineman the other day. This, I think, is the craziest offseason in NFL history. Just with Aaron Rodgers signing the biggest contract ever, just to be trumped by Deshaun Watson, which it's wild what can get you the biggest contract ever. A guy who had one good season and a bunch of allegations, which is crazy. But then people moving, Matt Ryan going to the Colts, seeing Russell Wilson traded. This is a bananas offseason, and the Lions doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what are we hearing from the home team?
Yeah, nothing from the Lions.
You would have to spend money in order to get decent players.
Yeah. Fords aren't that great at that, so
the car
yes.
or the yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Absolutely. I did see that, John. I saw Live Bearded has a trimmer. I don't have anything to say about it because I haven't tried it. Looks good. Good price point. It's a great company, great marketing. So I'm sure it's a fantastic product. I hope
it looks cool.
It does look really cool. I hope to get my hands on it and give it a try myself. They usually connect with me on some different products and stuff. So they are one of my affiliates. So hopefully I will be able to give that a try. All right, and hey, thanks, Sean. I appreciate it, man. Just want to stop by and say hi. Hey, thank you. Anybody want to trade Owens here in Dallas? Yeah. No, owners, yeah. Man, I might take Jerry Jones over the Ford family.
Yep.
Ford family, awesome. Yeah, show me a team that's been worse than the Lions. And also, you can't show a team worse than the Lions because the Dolphins had a decent year last year. They're the only other ones who came close to the winless seasons. So, yeah, it's Trader Joe's, Matt, I haven't seen that. I might have to try to pick that up and give it a review. So I've not seen Trader Joe's. We don't really have a Trader Joe's. Anybody try the Brio 2? Yep, I have the Brio version 2. It is pretty much the same trimmer with a couple of facelifts to it. Pretty much the mayor and I looked at it. We're like, should we make a video about it? Should we talk about it? And it was like, does it change anything? No. The trimming aspects are still the same, which is fantastic. Still to this day, best trimmer I've ever used. So nothing really big, nothing really different about those ones. All right, I hate Jerry Jones. Hey, that's a strong word. Yeah, we talked about that, Moose. Tyreek Hill down to Dolphins. He is a weapon, and I love the Dolphins coach. If you've not seen an interview with the Dolphins coach, he is the most unique coach in the history of the NFL. Let me run that back so you guys can hear that clearly. The Dolphins head coach is the most unique coach in the history of the NFL. He talks real somber. He's real analytical, very stat-driven, seems like a computer programmer, young dude, and just gives the most interesting interviews of all time. I like him, though.
So
I'm
like
a fan.
Moneyball for football. Did you see the movie Moneyball?
Oh, of course. Yeah, but even stranger.
Okay.
Like the same mindset, the same like, hey, let's play metrics and analytics, but it is wild. Yeah,
but isn't
Brady.
that the kind of guy that's changing the world right now?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Able to get really all in analytics and just kind of see almost behind the scenes. Now that we have so much data being gathered, I'm thinking YouTube. I'm thinking about what we do. But now that we have all that, the tools or the pieces are there. You just have to learn how to read it.
Very true. Okay. I hope I have no. Yeah, Seattle. That seems like a hard reset. They got rid of their Hall of Fame linebacker. They got rid of their Hall of Fame quarterback, and it just isn't really making a whole lot of sense other than a rebuild, other than starting. Yeah, the Cardinals need some defense, no doubt. Best coaching, Miami. Mr. Beast coaching. No. But you guys got to check it. That's funny. Yeah, that is funny. But if you haven't heard of their coach, you got to go check him out. He's glasses, skinny, nerdy dude. Not what you think of when you think of coaching pro football. It's super interesting.
That is interesting. You get to the point where you start having, let's think about this. You start having guys who probably don't have that all-in experience with the game themselves. But they are so smart and so analytical.
Truly.
And fans.
Truly.
They're able. But then the thing is, can they get that information over and put it in a way? And I guess that's on the other coaching staff.
The communication, yeah, and it can be done too. And a wild one is you look at the coach of the Rams, right? Young dude, stud. Wild fact here: Sean McVay beat Calvin Johnson for Player of the Year in the state of Georgia, their senior year in high school. Calvin Johnson lost player of the year to Sean McVay, which is wild. Alley Cat says, Matt Ryan to the Colts, a head scratcher. I disagree thoroughly. I think, hear me out, guys, and we'll come back to this. I will say I don't make hard stances on sports often, but when I do, I am almost always right. With this, that's going to be the best move of the offseason. I believe the Colts will have a shot to win the Super Bowl because of Matt Ryan. They have the best running back in the entire league. They have one of the top 3
He never
lines.
had that in Atlanta.
No.
He had the dual team, and then either one of them would create much.
The top 3 line in the NFL, a nasty defense that only got better this offseason. All Matt Ryan has to do is hand it off and then make those third down passes. That's it. That is the best move of the offseason. That's what they needed, was a good, solid quarterback. Carson Wentz is a gunslinger, put his body into every play. Fun fact, he tore his ankles, both of them, in a single play. Oof. Both ankles in one play. So, yes. Yes, exactly. Carson Wentz was absolutely terrible when it came to handing the ball off, doing what he wanted. And Matt Ryan is absolutely underrated. Absolutely. So the weakest link on the team, this move with them getting was huge. So not a head scratcher. I am celebrating that move sure.
Who's his number 1 wide receiver out there?
Nobody right now. So they need wide receivers. I do believe they're going to re-sign T.Y. Hilton. I think that's going to be really big.
He could, he's a deep. Okay, that might work. If you're saying a third down deep ball, he's a big play guy and not much else to me. That's what I've always seen him as.
Right. So they have some young studs, right? And think about the league right now. Who was arguably the best wide receiver in the league last year? Jamar Chase, a rookie. Like, you look at these studs, they're young dudes tearing it up. And look at the last 2 Super Bowl winnings. Brady to Tampa, Stafford to LA, Ryan to Indianapolis is exactly what I'm talking about there. You can do it in your first year. It's I think it's gonna be good.
I like watching you, Dan. We always start with different things.
We didn't plan this.
You're all in on all sorts of stuff.
You think Tua will get the ball? I do. I think that coach is brilliant. The coach of the Miami Dolphins had the most movement before the snap in the history of the NFL with the 2 teams that he went to with his playmaking. Hey, Culinary, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's awesome. So very, very cool. All right, Ken, that makes sense, man. Very cool. All right, yeah, Michael Pittman. Yep, Michael Pittman would be is the one there. Yep, very true. But on the grand scheme of like a Super Bowl wide receiver, a Super Bowl threat, not the biggest name out there. All right, hey, I appreciate you guys. Fun little sports segment. Yeah, we gotta get it going there.
There you go. Halftime.
All right, hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you, Mr. Gaming with the Boy. Any tips to get the mayor get to the mayor level, eventually Dan C, from a 5 o'clock shadow? Do you trim or let it go? I'll let the mayor cover that. And I will say first, please send into this show. It's almost an impossible question for us to answer other than a general rule. But if you send in, we can give you specific advice. But to kick it to the mayor there, he has 5 o'clock shadow, wants to get to your beard. What's your advice on trimming or let it go?
Well, I really feel like it's a mindset more than anything in those early stages. It's about not looking in the mirror and not worrying so much about how different you look. And that transition from scruff to a beard, it can take a while. I would say, obviously, Dan's right. You never really trim yourself to a better beard. So you ride it out as long as you can, maybe set a time limit. But really, truly, it's going to be about look. And kind of watch your growth pattern. Does your chin get too long? And that would be the only time you start bringing it back. But you have to be able to let yourself just step back and kind of stop looking in the mirror so much. You're going to feel it's a whole different experience. All the way from when you put your head on the pillow at night. You have to expect that and just kind of be good with it and vibe with it. And then maybe, depending on how fast you grow, 4 months in, 3-4 months in, then you look at, is it crazy, or do you want to come back?
Yeah, so I agree. To summarize, you're nowhere near that decision. Let it grow for now. Once we are months and months and months in, then we can start to look at it. But right now, 5 o'clock shadow, dude, you got a long time. Just let it grow. Healthy habits. I agree with Daniel and everybody in the chat. We got the bearded assessment in the building. What's up, brother? This is a legendary beard. We need a new profile picture for you, man. This is a legitimate world champion beard. He goes competitions all around the world. He's a bearded villain in Ohio. He actually had me set up. I was gonna judge a beard competition that he was putting on with his club, but unfortunately it fell through because of the venue and everything. So that was a major bummer. But hey, man, Joe's, I'm glad you were able to stop out. Appreciate you, man. Enjoy the show. All right. Oh, first off, Jerky's fantastic. Flavor's really, really good. You guys know I have no problem saying that we don't like it, right? This is fantastic jerky.
Thank you, Tyler. It's
like
really
the texture, like the flavor, everything. Looks really, really good. I didn't think people still had beards. You gotta get out of the house, man. That's yeah. Get out the house, open the eyes. You'll see a couple. I promise. You never know. Maybe even a lady with a beard. Could be. Right? Just
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Just don't tell Grandma that. She prefers calling it Mustache.
Yeah.
So
personality. She earns it.
All right.
So we got a little update with Greg, who was on last week. I just kind of kept it simple with the slides, just to jump right in. These are the before pictures. He had said he was just kind of looking for general advice. He was also going in to do like the head shave. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, this is a big one. And absolutely, I like starting with this one. Mayor set up last show. This was actually in the middle. I moved it. But I wanted to jump it off because this is what this show is all about. Because I think sometimes when people think about like beard advice, they think like chopping a big beard down and drastic changes. Sometimes the smallest changes can make the biggest difference. So this is what we got going on right here. Yeah, that is George Alley Cat. So this is what we got going on here with the beard. Here's the before, and then here is the after. Ooh. Not even the same human. It's wild what that does. And of course, you could see the nature calling that gets the top of the head hair that's happening to all of us, some of us earlier than others, right? And it's going to be, kind of inevitable for the most part, unless you're a freak of nature. Do you think yours is going to go at some point, or are you going to be one of those freaks of nature that gets to ride it out? Because there's no sign so far.
I'm keeping it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to be that weird dude with the
60s, 70s? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Well, if my family stands true, yes. Especially mom's side.
Wow. That's wild. So here's Greg. Thoughts, Mayor? What do you got taking a look at the changes?
So fresh, so clean. All right, I love the idea, and this is kind of just planning. If I was Dan, I'd be writing this down right now. The idea of when you get a beard trim and getting your head hair cut or doing something like that, people don't notice that as much, especially if you're not super confident in your beard trim, if you're doing it yourself or whatever. But tying that into a head hair kind of haircut can be really powerful because, like you said, here's a whole new Greg.
Yeah.
Right? And I love it. He definitely took some of the meat and potatoes out of his beard, but we're going into summer, going into warmer months. I don't hate that at all. I think that the head shave was a great call.
I agree.
Just a strong, good look.
And I agree with Eric there. It's a good bald head. It's a good shape of a head. What makes a bad bald head? Some like crazy things you didn't expect, which I think I have if this holds true to high school when I'd shave my head for swimming. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe the noggin filled out a little bit. So yeah, and here's a beautiful thing that would be the option, right? He went down on the beard, but now you can grow it out. Now you can grow into that style that you're looking for. So he said, would you kind of outline where you would go? Man, it's going to be tough, but essentially you're going to want to leave the corners dang near the same. And then from here, you're going to kind of get a little line out. That's going to go here and kind of round out the beard. What I want to do is show you guys the mayor real quick. Also, the mayor will be able to touch on his story with his, he got a beard trim and can kind of discuss that experience and what that was like. So take a look at that side profile. Then I'm going to kick it over to the mayor's side profile here for you guys. Boom. All right.
So yeah, just a little bit more full. For whatever reason, my beard hair is pretty dark, right? So that gives me like a little bit of an advantage where I can go a little bit shorter than most guys and still have like that thicker look. And so, I don't know, this would look good for you too. I typically, like I always say, a beard this length, it's not gonna look the same. There's like a range that it's gonna be. This is as short as I like it to get, really. But we're going to Florida, whatever. It just kind of made sense. But looking at yours, today I got trimmed. I just kind of had this cleaned up a little bit. I didn't do too much. Like I didn't have him touch anything here. I did have to touch up my own neckline a little bit when I got home just to make it sure it was balanced. The mustache came up a bit. All those things, but yeah, for you to continue to grow with what you've got going on, Greg, I think that would be a great look. The bald head kind of really does look for a little bit a bigger beard if you can pull it off.
So if you had to articulate how much you took off, what do you think your estimate would be?
Well, today, it's been about a week of a process. I would say the biggest thing I did was I was getting really bushy out here. So I had worked the guards down myself before going in. I was going in for a haircut. I'd worked the guards down myself, like, millimeter, whatever, 14 or 16, 14, 12. And then worked in here. What I did have going on still too was kind of like a little bit of unevenness as you go from this to the chin hair. So I don't know how about length really, because it was like 3 or 4 different tries plus what I got today. But just like overall touch up. The one thing, my big goal is to never lose like the dark base of it, never to go so short that it kind of, you don't see that anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So Greg, I'm a big fan of the change. I think it looks really nice. I think now you get to grow and figure out what you want to do with your beard, and you can really go for anything. If you want to go for my length, I think you're going to easily be able to do that, right? Especially when we look at the base that you had before. You got all the genes there. You got all the coverage. There's no issue with that at all. I think it makes sense to kind of go, if you're going to go like down to nothing, shaving the head, having a little shorter beard can kind of ease that blow, right? So it's not just like shaven head, boom, bigger beard. So I think it's a good move. I think it's going to be even better as you grow it out and kind of figure everything out.
I think Jeff is right. About a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch.
Yeah, for
probably.
Sure. Especially if we're thinking from like last Wednesday's show, when the last time people saw you, or Sunday even.
Right.
Did you start it after Sunday?
It was Saturday the first thing.
Okay. So from, I'll say last Wednesday's show until this Wednesday, I would say at least a half inch too as it goes through.
But that's a big tip. There's a big tip in that too, and I don't really ever like articulate that. Walking away, like I said, it took me a week to kind of get it settled to where I think it's going to grow out and come back to where I want it to be. It wasn't even the first try or the second try. It was a whole bunch of things that kind of got me to where I'm decently happy with it. Never perfect, never super happy. There's always something.
Right, and that's part of the experience that we talked about, and he was going to be able to share, obviously, with respect, that when you go to the barber, not everything is perfect. Not everything is done. There still is, with almost every barber that I've experienced and heard about, not all, almost every, though, they see that value in clippings on the floor. They just go in, they're programmed to that. And so, maybe there is a line there. I see what Leo's talking about, that corner, how it cuts in, letting that go. But luckily, that won't take long to grow back. That's truly one of the goals.
Right here?
Yeah, right, exactly right there.
That was a weird spot for me this time.
Okay.
I was having like colics in both of them. I think every once in a while, I don't know, growth or whatever is going on. So it was like just not, how you get like a knot, or you kind of, your longer beard, maybe you don't have that as much, but the underbeard can be really weird with a short beard style, where you get like a spot where it just kind of catches, or when you're brushing it kind of collects. So I was having that going on right there.
Yeah, it's good perspective because I don't have that. My underbeard is more tangly underneath, but the second I get my blow dryer and go through it, I have no knots or anything, because those hairs are long hairs for me. So that's good perspective. And essentially, to the kind of the moral of the story is, the mayor, one of the things we wanted was a person to be able to take chances, a person to go to a barber, a person to try different trimming styles. And it's working out perfectly to be able to come back and communicate to you guys, which is awesome. All right, cool, Greg. Thank you so much for sending in, man. And hey, everybody in the chat, thank you guys for being here. We're reading all the comments. Wednesday at times doesn't allow us to kind of hit every response, but we see you. We appreciate you. Keep commenting for the community, for the chat, not just for us. It really does help build the feel, the vibes, and everything we got going. And we do even have a part of the stream today for questions, because we're slightly on the lighter side of the show, but perfectly within the realm of being comfortable with our numbers.
All right, this is Bill P. Going for a haircut and trim. First time in 6 months. Want to keep it length, and any advice to keep the mustache out of the mouth. Okay,
let's take a look at Bill P. Nice, Bill. Beautiful canvas to work from there, man. I love that you said, hey, it's the first time in 6 months. In a perfect world, we always recommend growing past where you want to go so we can kind of go back to it. Now, that doesn't always happen, but that is something that is ideal. Okay, so haircut, he wants any general advice, and then how do you keep the mustache out of the mouth? All right, so I'm gonna tackle two things here real quickly. Mustache out of the mouth, Bill P. I would love for you to watch my Lazy Walrus video. You have two options. You either train or trim the mustache. That's it. You can train it with something like mustache wax. I have a feeling that's not going to fit your preference though. It doesn't fit mine. I don't like it, and I feel like yours would be similar preference-wise. So what I would do is look up my Lazy Walrus, just like Corey's saying right there, video, and essentially you're gonna use heat to get that mustache sweeping out to the side. That heat's gonna lock it in all day, right? I'll let you see my mustache here real quick. If you notice mine is out of my mouth. I do not have any wax, I don't have any balm, I don't have anything other than heat from this morning, and of course the beard oil. So look up the Lazy Walrus. Doug's got us hooked up right there. Thank you, Doug. And I think that's gonna do fantastic. Exactly like Donald said, it involves a heated brush on the mustache. All right. So now the big advice on the trim. You're going to a barber. What can they do here? Again, we got a lot to work with. Step number one, I agree, is going to be even out the bottom with some transparency. And then on the side, so let's tackle that first, Dan, one thing at a time. All right, so right here, I would probably go with about an inch off the bottom. I would go with a little bit of a rounded design, Bill. Right where you start to see this transparency right here, that's going to give it a nice, clean little rounded surface. And then on the side, I would look at just cleaning up around the ears. Leave the sides alone, but up here on the sideburn portion, just taking a little bit off the ears. I don't know what you're gonna go with the haircut. I don't know if you want advice on the haircut or not. I'm gonna leave that to the mayor to see where he feels comfortable, whether we give advice, whether we don't, and then if we do, what he thinks for the haircut. But I'm gonna say just a little bit rounded on the bottom and then clean up around the ears, Lazy Walrus on the mustache. Man, what you thinking?
All right, I agree with you on all the beard advice. The only thing I would add is with that mustache, I'm wondering if it's in the corners where you're getting caught, because it just does seem like you've got pretty long hair there, and that's something that you can target. You can, that training's key, but you can also like just use I would communicate that to your stylist and be like, hey, what do you recommend? And when you get a good look at what your mustache is doing, like straight down, you might be able to see where there's some hairs that you could without damaging the awesome mustache, could kind of do a little targeted strikes and get those down. As far as the head hair, I want to focus on, I don't know what style exactly to go to, because you grow a great head of hair.
Yeah.
I don't, I think what I want to see though is I want to see you clean up. I don't want anything hanging over your glasses. I think anything down there over your ear is gonna, we're looking to distinguish the beard from the head hair, and I think it looks like you almost used to do a part. I think you could go back to that, but just with taking a bunch of the volume out, But we need to get that that head hair out off the glasses and over the ear, so that you can very easily see the sideburn kind of going in. Other than that, I don't really think it matters too much. I don't think we go bald or anything like that. I think that got beautiful hair apart, something like that, or a little bit of a trim, but just getting that up, it's really long. Even if you just want to continue just going back, basically, which is what you're doing, go ahead. But again, the biggest thing for me is just cleaning it up over the ear and the glasses.
Yeah, absolutely. Great advice. All right, Chad Powell, take care, man. And Bill, I will say that the coat's not doing us any justice here. What the coat's doing is pushing your beard all in together, so we can't see the true styling of it. So if you send us an update, try to do one without the coat or anything that's going to be pushing on the beard, and that'll give us a real true tell of what the beard looks like. But I think it looks fantastic, and you got a lot of options. And as we always say, options are a really, really good thing. And yeah, hey man, if you want to consider it, this is nothing about your growth pattern or anything like that. Obviously not in an insulting way. But, hey, man, maybe bald and bearded could be a fantastic option for you. Whatever you feel comfortable with, of course. But as everybody's saying right now, like Tyler, we would love to see an update if you could follow up and let us know how it went, what you went with. I think that'd be a really cool one to see.
All right, this is Corey with an update. Corey, went for the trim today. Here's my updated picture for beard advice. Looks a lot better and feels great. The frown and the smile were on purpose for this.
He didn't message me there. Corey looks fantastic. If you guys remember, he had very extreme uneven growth, and we kind of think we pinpointed it down to him being a picker, picking at his beard,
driving,
playing with it while driving or just bored. And so our advice was to trim it even rather than try to style and kind of mask that. And this is what he went with here. clean, looks great. It looks like he got some heat on that bad boy, styling. He did have this week his first day back to his job where he was able to go without a mask, and so he's able to unleash the beard on the coworkers and the kids that he works with. So I was super happy to hear that, but looks great, man. Fantastic. Nice, clean improvement there.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we beard guys, our beard is a lot of therapy for us sometimes. It's like our soothing moments, like whether we're picking hair out, we're brushing it. I know that there's times when I get in the habit of being on camera and kind of touching my beard and all that, but it's like a comfort thing for us. You're having a hard time with that ziplock?
We cut off too much of the handle part, and it's a tough ziplock
that
here.
One I did.
I genuinely don't know.
I like how you said we. That was good. That's a good teacher move.
Yeah. No, I always try to say we as we go through. All right, see, as we
do.
All right, so this one we're gonna try is the like thicker cut version of the original, and mainly I wanted to go to that because I wanted to have the thought of the original and then go into the bigger bad boy here,
and just make sure that it may just be this is the exact same thing. What do you think?
Different texture for sure.
Texture, okay.
Yep, it's good.
All right, cool.
Really good. A little bit more dry, a little bit more like body to it. Fantastic.
So I'm looking forward to meeting you guys out in Florida. That's gonna be a weird, like a really cool like moment for me. I've never done anything like that, like a meetup where people just kind of we know names, but we don't know faces. I hope you get understand how cool it is for both of us too to get to go and do something like that.
For sure. And unfortunately, I've had one or two people that have had to drop out. Andy, the owner of Bahawat, who was there last time, who is one of the kindest humans on the entire planet. He cannot go. He's having some health issues that he's got to get looked at. It's nothing like real stuff he's had his whole life, but he's got to have an appointment that could only be that day. So he's not going to be able to go. And then Shan, the owner of Royal Beardsmen, he might not be able to make most of it, but the other owner of Royal Beardsmen and one of their employees is going to be there. And then hopefully Shan will be able to come out later in the night too. So yes. And again, guys, the meetup is going to be at Disney Springs in Orlando, Florida, 1 week from today, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be there until they kick us out. It used to be closer to like 2 a.m., but I have a feeling this year it's going to be more around like 11 or 12. So we will see. The first year I missed my boat back to the resort, and Dave had to give me a ride home back to the resort. So hopefully I'll make everything on time this year. Actually, Dave gave me a ride last time too. So hey, local people, be ready, have a seat for me because I might need a ride back to the resort.
Getting a room down there.
Oh, no way.
That night.
Very cool.
So that like the boys and Betsy can go back at some point.
Perfect.
You're going to get more mayor.
That's
all the mayor.
Perfect.
I'm not going to miss it. Come on. You got to have a plan for that. Hopefully, it's not. It didn't look like it was too far by the map, but you know how that is sometimes.
Right, like a Vegas mile. Woo. All right. Cool. Thank you, Corey.
This is Joe. I sent in pics around 6 weeks ago and wanted to give an update. You guys suggested I start treating my beard straight down. I did immediately. I've had quite a bit of growth since then, and I'm now dealing with curling on the bottom. I can't afford an Aberlight at present, so I'm doing my best to straighten it with a blow dryer. I'm still trying to figure it out. I want to keep growing for fullness and length, but from what you see, do you think long will work for me, or should I do a short similar to the mayor? Any thoughts, feedback, or advice?
Awesome. And Mike, the information's actually scrolling. If you see your comment on the screen right now, that information is scrolling right below your comment. Essentially, you're going to send in a picture to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Multiple pictures and a write-up like this. Let us know, and it's not a beard judgment. This is a beard advice show. So if you are trying to reach a goal, if you're experiencing a problem or a little hurdle in the road, or you just don't know what to do with your beard, that's what we're here for. So send that in. It'll be scrolling down at the bottom, and there's also information in the description. All right, so let's take a look at Joe. I believe it's my boy Joe P. Yes, it is. Awesome. So yeah, as Joe said before, his beard was kind of curling and wrapping to his face, but it was getting to that length where we felt like it needed to go out and then start growing down. He did that. Looks awesome. What do you think, Bear?
Huge improvement. Was very, very much in one direction before. You asked a question about thicker or whatever. With it's coming in gray for the most part, and that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge with thickness. It's gonna take a little while longer. It might need to do a little bit have just more patience or whatever, because the gray beard is going to just be naturally like a bit thinner as far as the look goes. I think what you're doing is amazing. I don't see why there's any reason if you want to go longer that you can't, consider getting there. One of the reasons my beard kind of is thick is that I, for like 3 years, have been letting it grow, trimming it back, letting it grow, trimming it back, and I think that like eventually sits really, it kind of makes it feel darker. It also just has to do with the color of my hair. But I love this look. Whatever you're doing, keep it up, and there's no reason right now that you can't continue to go. Now, you did mention a little frustration with the dip, and you're not using like the heated brush. Well, with the blow dryer, it's gonna be the same kind of thing. Get a pick or a comb, and you're just gonna have to really, it looks like you're coming down a little bit hard on your jawline. So there's a couple things you can do with that. When you're straightening it with a hair dryer, you're gonna want to have a light touch coming down. You're gonna pick it out, hit it again, pick it out, hit it again. The other thing you could do, and it's with a blow dryer, so I know that's like a little bit more complicated. The other thing I want you to try is blow drying it, go back, go front, and then your last movement is down. And that's a gentle, not like a squishing it to your face, a gentle brush down kind of will help you to get rid of that divot.
Yeah, to answer your question, and I agree with the mayor on all those. Yeah, man, if you want to go longer, there's nothing that's telling me like, I don't think you have the coverage for it. Give it a shot. We will not know until it's there, but I have a feeling it's going to look really good, especially as dialed in as you are and how like committed to the channel and the community. I think that would be fantastic for you. All right. And then real quick here, Drum Rock says, maybe add a mustache live portion. I feel like mine has other problems my beard doesn't. We cover mustaches on every single show. We will cover a singular mustache. We'll cover a beard that has mustache problems. For me, beard advice is all facial hair. I believe a beard is everything, right? If you're saying that your beard does not have problems, but your mustache does, that's still your beard, man. So send it in. I don't think there's ever been a show where we've not talked about the mustache. The earlier gentleman that was asking about the mustache out of his mouth, that was his main question. So please do. Don't feel like just because it says Beard Advice Live, we are happy to bring anybody in for that advice.
If you need help with your mustache, you simply must ask. That didn't work.
Are most thin oils comprised of the same carriers, or are they drastically different? You have so many different options for thin oils. For example, Beard Octane is a thin oil, and also the Bearded Mac is a thin oil. I don't know if they share a single carrier, maybe one or two, but they have at least 5 different carriers that are not the same, and they're both thin. Same with the thin blend from Man. There's not another blend on the planet that matches their thin blend. Why? Because I designed it. So yes, drastically different. Are some similar? I'm sure there's some similar ones out there, but yeah, they definitely have some major differences there. Hey, absolutely, Drum. You're welcome, man. And Joe, thanks for sending in, man. We can't do this show without you guys, so appreciate you. Hey, Vic, how you doing, man? All right. How do you keep it out of your mouth? Victor, so that's what we just went over with the guy. My advice would be to look up my video titled Lazy Walrus. It involves taking a heated brush and going to the side. Other options would be using something like mustache wax, or the final option would be to trim it out of your mouth. Those are the ways that you can get that going. All right. Beautiful. Thank you, Joe. Okay.
All right, this is Norman. Attached are front and side photos taken this morning after beard shampoo, conditioner, oil, and Aberlight Pro set at 300 degrees. Having growing the beard out, I like not having to deal with a line. The full beard and medium length. I completely lost my. Okay, have been growing the beard out. Like not having to deal with a line, like the full beard with a medium length look. Okay. I'm requesting a beard physical and beard style suggestions. A beard physical. I don't like that term.
That is good, yeah.
Turn and cough. Don't do that. Have a hair buzz and a beard trim appointment this weekend.
What did you mean by that, Mayor?
Checking for a hernia.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Beard hernia.
Oh, Bobby, yeah, man, absolutely. I'll probably cover that in a minute here. I completely forgot about it once the show started, so I'll go over that. All right, Norm, let's see what we got here. Just kind of getting the general advice, right? Haircut.
Kind of looking for a full medium beard length.
Hey, that's a full medium beard length there, man. Norman, legendary beard, dude. Absolutely legendary beard. To begin, I'm not quite sure what's going on right here. You got that, it looks like if you were to use your imagination, looks like a fish mouth, like
straight up, like that's
something.
where my pillow divot is. So
yeah.
Maybe it's a pillow divot.
Could be. But Norman, I know for a fact that we would be able to solve this with some styling. It could be just something that happened that day. There is zero chance with this beard that that's a growth pattern there. There's just a styling thing that we can go through. So he's saying, hey, I want to avoid dealing with lines. I appreciate that because I'm the same way. I don't want to keep a line on my cheeks. I don't want to keep a line on my neck. I don't want to keep a line on my side. That does not appeal to me whatsoever. I quit shaving for a reason. And so he's kind of on the same page as me. Norman, what I would do is pretty simple. We want to work on that styling to kind of fill out that beard, make sure it's all even. But I'm just going to start on your corner here and your corner there. And I'm just going to do a little rounded trim right there. Even if there is some trauma or something that happened here, this trim will essentially solve that. So right here, where you have that strong point on the corner, rotate through, just a little buzzer trim. This is about as simple as a trim gets. You're good to go. I would probably go in with some scissors and clean up some of these stragglers on the lip. It looks like you are sweeping the mustache off to the side. That is a lazy walrus. Now let's just tidy up the lazy walrus just a little bit.
Yeah, interesting. He's super thick underbeard.
Yeah.
Dan, this is Dan's world. I'm just living in it on this one. But yeah, I think there's just little touches that are going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Great beard. I do strongly recommend that trim. And then, figuring out what it was there. Yeah, so I kind of agree with Cameron here. AberLite Pro is going to be the best bet for your mustache and for your sideburns, without a doubt. Keep doing that. But maybe let's try going to a blow dryer because of how thick your beard is, because of how long your beard is. I think that could really help you. I actually forgot that he said it was the AberLite Pro. So that would be my advice as well. Keep the AberLite Pro on the mustache, on the sideburns. That's what I do every single day. And then let's look to get a blowout beard going with the blow dryer to really help you out. So yeah, man, that's a fantastic beard. Fantastic beard. Thanks for sending in. All right. So we got some time now. If you guys have beard questions, please drop those in the chat right now. We try to stay away as much as possible from specific beard product recommendations. Like, for example, a question that we're probably not going to answer is, what's the best beard oil? If you're looking for a specific product recommendation for you, message me. I would be happy to think about your preference. I would be happy to think about what you're looking for and then give you that dialed in advice. But other than that, ask us about whatever. Hey, what about a stripping wash? Why do I need that? What about this thing? Drop your questions as they go through. Other than that, real quick, as you guys are getting ready, as some of you saw on my Facebook or my Instagram post, I did have a wild experience yesterday. I did get contacted by a production company out of Los Angeles, and they found my YouTube channel. They are starting a show. They actually have a lot of big shows. One of their biggest is called Mountain Monsters. They also have another one on True TV. They've got one on the History Channel. And essentially, they do a reality mystery show basis. So just like The Curse of Oak Island, they do shows where they go to real situations, they investigate, they figure out if it's real, if it's not, and like interview people. And essentially, I can't give the details of the show yet, but they said they found me, they liked my look, they liked my personality, and they essentially wanted me to audition for like the host of the show, the person that interviews people, the person that like narrates what's going on. And so I had an email exchange, I had a phone call, and then yesterday I had a video audition where I had to answer questions, I had to read lines. It was pretty absurd. It's a show that's already green light. It's gonna be on pretty much all streaming platforms, and now I'm just waiting to hear back. I think it's an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm taking my chance. If I don't get the call, such a cool experience, such an amazing thing to even like put on my radar and think about. So I'll keep you guys posted as it goes through, but it's a real deal, and man, yeah, it was really, really cool. So I will keep you guys posted on what's going on there. Another thing I'll keep you posted on is the Rite Aid. As of right now, things have just slowly bumped back. I've showed the mayor the emails all the way along through, so it's not made up or anything like that, but it's looking like May 1st, it's now gonna be in stores, is the goal. What I'm finding out with this like high level of products, nothing ever goes to plan. There's always delays here, delays with Rite Aid, delays with the production. So May 1st, as of right now, is the next update that we have. So yes. Mayor's bar soap segment was excellent.
Hey, thank you.
What's that? What's he talking about?
Beyond Bearded on last Sunday.
When is Beyond Bearded, Mayor?
Oh, it's at 9 o'clock. oh my, you threw me something and I just kind of bobbled a little bit. Beyond Bearded is a show that I started at the beginning of 2022. Every week we highlight kind of something in men's grooming beyond just beards. Sometimes it's tied in, sometimes it isn't. And last week we did bar soap, and I got something coming up on head hair. There's just kind of talking about, the whole thing. A beard is going to change your look. What else can we do to take care of ourselves to feel better? So we play a game called The Real Real. We hang out an hour and a half every Sunday night from 9 to ?
Oh, yeah, it's an awesome show. I really hope you guys tune in.
I just rolled over on mine.
All right, perfect.
Meat pile.
It's got...
It's all stuck together.
It's getting its nice little cult following, and it's awesome, man. It's an awesome show. So Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern, the Mayor. This Sunday will be a little bit different because he's going to be in Florida. But you can check out the other ones. We have an entire playlist that's Beyond Bearded, so you can go watch, see what it's about. Luffy, great question right here. Does my beard product protect me from the sun? Is sunscreen necessary? So I actually have a video on this, of course. And every carrier oil does have a level of UV protection. Now, the most common carriers that we see, the UV protection, is around 5 to 10. So it depends on your level of protection that you need. For me, when we go to Disney, I'm putting on at least 50 SPF. I have no intentions of being tan. I have no intentions of being some crazy, good-looking, tan skin guy. I don't really care about that. I just don't want to burn. So beard oil is most likely not going to protect you from burning, but it does have some protection from the sun. One of the biggest things, and a lot of people don't know this is actually a kind of an interesting Beyond Bearded type topic, is the way that sunscreen works, the way that UV protection works, the way that SPF works, is it's not that it does, I didn't really know what it does, but essentially what it does is it gives it a level of reflection. So when those UV rays hit you, they bounce off of it. So the different carriers offer different protection levels. And I did work with Ruddy Man last year, and we developed a UV protectant optimized. The greatest carriers around the world that had the greatest sun UV rays protection into one bottle. The only issue is it has the most pungent natural scent to it of all time, which can make it a little bit harder to use. We tried to work around it and did a lemonade scent. It just didn't smell great, but it works fantastic. So I use that in the summer. So
now you're not talking about in your beard. You're talking about your skin as a
both.
Okay.
Both.
So how would you put it in your just kind of
So it's a beard oil.
No. You're not putting sunblock on your beard.
Nobody. Okay. So yeah. So let me clarify here. The SPF is in the natural carrier oils that you have. Every carrier oil we use has a level of protection from UV rays, ranging from 2 to 30 SPF protection. When you put that on your beard, when you put on that oil, it's going to give you whatever the kind of potency or the average of that bottle is. So if it's on your cheeks, you're gonna get some protection there. If you wanna put it all over your face, a lot of bald beardsmen out there put it on their head. That beard oil is going to offer protection, to answer the question, but not enough that's going to, let's say if I want to go to Disney, I'm not slathering that all over my skin and thinking I'm not going to get sunburned. So yes, it will protect to a certain level. Other than that, your beard is a natural UV protectant. Yeah. We believe that that's one of the biological reasons it was developed, because we do have beards that naturally develop in areas where it's very hot, very sunny. So what would be the explanation? It's obviously not there to keep you warm, to have UV protection, where you do have some really vital arteries in your neck, and those UV rays are going to protect them. So yeah, great question there. Small level of protection, small level, but not a whole lot that would do that. And future movie star, yeah, right. All right, Mayor, is there a specific Chicago comb pick you recommend?
The number 7 is going to be their pick style, and something about that shape makes me say, yeah, you do need the pick version. I think it's just it's the way the handle is, the way you orient your hands when you're doing it. The number 7 is phenomenal from Chicago Comb.
Yep, I agree. Nice. This guy's a little pepper kick to it.
Yes, I like it.
It's really good. Probably my favorite. Mm-hmm. Messy, but probably my favorite.
You got me a plate though.
We came prepared.
I told him I make a mess a lot, guys. You're gonna be hanging out with me though. You're traveling with me. Do you think you're gonna learn some stuff about me? There's no way you can't. There's no way you. But when you travel together with somebody coming up and who knows?
I'm super chill. Stuff we have not.
I think I'm gonna just crack you up because I got some nuances.
Okay, all right.
weird stuff.
I don't think anything will surprise you about me.
Honestly, not traveling with kids, though. Yeah, no, I don't think so either with you. But not traveling with kids is going to be weird. Like, just, like, sit there, stare at each other. Like,
right.
Don't be just running around.
Right. Oh, man, peace. Like, what's this quiet?
Oh.
Chuck, piggybacking off that question, fantastic question. Is sun good for your beard? Bittersweet. It is good and very bad. Vitamin D, naturally from the sun, one of the best things for your skin, for your hair, and for hair growth. Amazing. UV rays from the sun, one of the worst things for your beard. It's in moderation. You need vitamin D to have a healthy beard. Can you do it through vitamins and taking it with supplements? Yes, but there's no vitamin D that matches the sun. It's one of those things that you can't replicate. You can get some benefits of it, but nowhere near the sun. Sun is good until it's too much. So, complicated answer there, but great question. Great question. All right. I basically just lost to Don on that one. Don said you were slated as the host. I was, yep. So they and that's the kind of cool thing with the show. They found me and asked me to audition. It's not like have some grand goals of being an actor. It's never crossed my mind. It never has. And then they asked, I'm like, yeah, and I get to use my real name on the show. I can, so the amount is just absolutely crazy. And essentially they have two groups of people that are already on the show. And I'm the guy in the middle that's like the normal guy to kind of bring them together. So it will be pretty crazy. You'll get it. I'm thinking it's a coin flip right now, and that's genuine. I think it's a coin flip. I don't know how smooth talking LA is. I don't know if they were telling me things to butter me up. But we'll see. We'll see. I think it can't hurt. It was just a little bit of my time. That's about it. Rite Aid, what am I missing? Whew, long story. I did a review. Company sued me over the negative review, but instead of completing the lawsuit, which we actually had paperwork, went to court and all that, they offered me to redo their entire beard lineup as their lead consultant. It's been like 2 years in the making, and COVID messed up a bunch of timelines. And essentially, I'm gonna have a beard balm and a beard butter that I helped develop. It's not mine. I don't own the company. I have no ownership. It's not my brand, not my anything. But I helped develop it. I was the only developer of it, other than the lab that I worked with. And it's going to be the balm and butter is going to be in Rite Aid.
Same story we always hear. Tale as old as time. Just kidding. Nobody really has ever had that adventure before. Right.
This one's for you, Mayor.
Mayor, do you trim your cheek line? It looks well maintained, but some people just have good genetics. I have good genetics, but I did. I got my hair cut, and he did go through today and kind of create a little, real clean line. Like that's. I'm looking at that. I'm like, wow. Okay. Yeah, he did. My guy who trimmed my hair today also did do a line, but typically no, I just kind of let it cut through. I will use a Bic razor with my favorite beard oil once or twice a week just to clean up like the real high guys that are like, hey, I'm growing out of your eyeball kind of hairs.
Yeah. In Austin, I knew somebody would bring this up in one way or another, and I know you love the channel and nothing but respect with your comment here. My absolute promise, my absolute everything, nothing will change about this channel. If it's a change to the channel or pursuing this singular show opportunity, I am not taking the show opportunity. I will have it absolutely laid out, clear. I need to have my Monday shows, need to have my Wednesday shows, I need to be able to film. That will not change. If it's one or the other, it's not even a thought. It's not even a discussion. I am not going to be an actor. There are no plans, no goals, no dreams for that. So yes. What is it in beard washes that give them the stripping portion? That is a very loaded topic with a lot of different possibilities, from lye to different cleansing and clarifying ingredients. Only thing I would say is water-based products are extremely difficult to understand. It is a lot of chemistry. I'm not even kidding on that. It's a lot of chemistry involved. There's actual chemical reactions. There's real emulsification, right? Melting a butter in your hands, not emulsifying a product. I made a video about that. I used to say it and I was wrong, and I admitted it. There's actual emulsification where you have water ingredients, non-water ingredients. They do not blend together. The way you blend them together is by having an actual process that can do that. So to answer that, hashtag water-based products, very, very difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand. And I've worked with them for 4 years now, in labs, actually working with them. Dan loves the softball. Mayor swings the 9-iron. That one I was disappointed. I set that one up.
As long as I swing, guys.
Yes, right. That's what it's all about. Dan, it'd be cool to show the history of America's lighthouse disappearing. Ooh, interesting. I don't know anything about lighthouses other than they're beautiful. So yes.
Tall.
Right? Do you get some of them? Do you get suggestions for a mustache comb? I don't. I know Kent Comb makes one.
I like the Chicago comb number 1, actually, is a head hair comb, but it's really compact, and I'll hit the old mustache with it.
Yeah. And guys, great questions. I love the uniqueness of this. Will sun yellow a white beard? No. Will sun with the addition of something like chlorine? Yes. Will sun with the addition of something like cigarette and cigar smoke? Yes. But sun by itself will not change a white beard to a yellow beard. Anytime you see hair changing color, it is always lightening, right? So if you have hair like mine, whereas I'm like a dirty blonde, dark blonde, in the summer it will get lighter, but that's the sun damaging my hair, bringing it lighter. Your hair is already lighter, so that will not do that. But it can turn yellow with the addition of chlorine. It can turn yellow with the addition of bromine. It can turn yellow with the addition of smoke. So no, can't do that. Wait. You put SPF on your skin? Correct. Yep, absolutely correct. I do not put anything other than beard oil on my beard. All right, as we are catching up here, and here's the name of that oil, guys. Ruddy Man Sunscreen, and it's a beard oil, to be clear. It's a beard oil there. All right, did I miss myself? No, you did not, Mr. Speedo. You will be on today. And yep, Bill's exactly right. He has a white beard, so he does know that one. All right, to keep it going, guys, as we keep these questions rolling. All right.
I don't know how you do that. You're reading and you're talking. That's darn amazing.
I don't know.
It's literally my show. I'm like,
It's not a thought. I don't know. So chemistry question on that. Does the SPF add up or is it an average altogether? It's even more complicated than that. It is if you want a true SPF rating, you have to rate the individual product itself. You have to send it in, have it evaluated. Other than that, it's an educated guess when you put them all together. So that's a complicated question. Once you start mixing different SPF levels, you need to have it independently evaluated to get a final evaluation. And they actually run tests through it. So yeah. I had skin cancer and have to wear sunblock, so I finally found one that does not mess up my beard. Okay, cool. Thank you, Michael. I would appreciate that. What does bitters smell like and live bearded? Like oranges. Like fresh orange zest or orange peels. Really good. Just got out of a tanning bed. Got to look good for spring break. Any specific post-tan beard treatments? Just all the healthiest possible things. It's
anything that's going to be drying out. Because I like to be in the sun too. Like you might do another extra application of oil at some point during the day if it's feeling extra crunchy.
Yeah,
that's about it. Because a lot of times the sun is going to go with like salt water or chlorine and things like that.
Got to watch the mayor with the crack jerky. It can be a little bit messy.
Now they're on me. I said too much.
And hey man, do your thing. But one of the worst things you can do to your beard is a tanning bed. It's like tanning bed, chlorine. Those are about the 2 worst possible things for the health of your beard. Unfortunately, though. I have a naturally curly beard that snags all the time. Should I be co-washing more to often reduce snags? Doug's going to link it in the chat right now if he hasn't already. Doug, love you, man. Thank you. I do have a video for curly beard advice, and one of those advices is that a proper term? One of those advices?
One of the pieces of advice.
Ooh, there we go. One of the pieces of advice is to use conditioner a little bit more often. So that could be one. Beard growth oil. There are things that can make your beard grow faster. There are things that can wake up dormant hair follicles. There are things that can create beard growth in places that you don't. Is it guaranteed? No. Is it snake oil in a hoax? No. If you want to look up Matt, or if Doug is still in there to hook me up, or Jeff, look up Dancy Bearded Beard Patch. I have a video where I break down some that are scientifically proven, peer-reviewed in actual clinical trials to grow hair. In certain cases, it's with Indian men's head hair, like out of India, or even mice. But we do have some studies behind it at least that can go through. And the video focuses on castor oil, peppermint oil. I will say, maybe debuting on this show, there might be a product that uses those and 2 other ingredients that are proven to grow. We might drop it on Beard Advice Live because that's kind of where this idea came from. Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
I will.
Absolutely. Is there a magic, there's no magic growth pill or anything else to help your beard grow faster? No. Biotin is scientifically proven to make your beard grow faster. 100%. And it's with almost every human on this planet. Biotin will make your hair grow faster. Your beard, your head hair, your back hair, your butt hair, everything.
That's why I want it. Nothing like good back hair and butt hair.
You never know. You never know. So yes, is it 100%? No, but almost all humans, if it doesn't, it's almost always user error. You're taking it at the wrong time. You're taking it with caffeine in your coffee. So yeah, biotin, and you said there to help your beard grow faster. Biotin, for a fact, will do that.
And measurable back hair growth as well.
Yeah, right.
Significant.
Truly. And
Would you like to braid your back hair? Biotin.
As a Florida resident, do you have general tips for managing a beard in humid environment? I do, Mark. I actually have a video on that. If you look up Dancy Bearded Humid Beard. My main advice is don't fight humidity. You will lose. If you're going to go in a humid climate, go with a lighter oil. Embrace the volume.
Right, it's going to be big.
It's going to be big. If you're going to try and slather like balm and wax on it to keep it down in those real humid situations, you're going to lose. It's like slathering Axe body spray over like BO. You just don't win. So embrace it. Go with a lighter oil, and it's going to do a great job. Great job. Thank goodness the streams and beard talk. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, guys. I absolutely promise. I won't even compromise. I won't even budge on that.
I'll just hold on to his giant calf and won't let him go.
If you get on the show, go into the desk there at camera and ask, what time is it? Yeah, okay, yeah. I could do that. That would be fun. There'd be like 100 people that would yell giveaway time. Yeah, and more time on your nose and ears. Has a barber ever touched your ear hair or your nose hair?
I think I get some weird ones out of my ears. They'd be like, hey, you got like a 7-foot hair out of your ear connecting to your back hair. Well, I didn't say butt hair. That'd be wrong too. So they'll trim it occasionally.
If you could use one, biotin or collagen, I use both currently. Mark, they're two different things, and I really don't know. Biotin is to make your hair grow faster. Collagen is to make your skin healthier. So it's
kind of I kind of got a specific question for you. Beard
Right.
Octane but this is from me to you.
Yeah.
Beard Octane has a beard fuel and a biotin.
Yep.
What's the difference in the two?
Beard fuel is for overall beard health, your hair health. It's going to make those hairs stronger.
Collagen in there?
Collagen is for the skin. So you got three different things. Biotin is to make the hair grow faster. Beard fuel is to make the hair healthier and stronger. Collagen is for the skin to be healthier.
Okay.
So, man, it just depends what you're looking for. I really don't know if I had to pick. If I could, I would just pay extra to get both. Anyway, used I have seen that, Corey. Yeah, I haven't used it, but I have heard of the Mustache Key. Any tips for how to keep the beard healthy and avoid breakage if you have your beard tied or tucked for work? Find the right thing to tie it, right? That's the biggest thing. Use a hair tie that's designed to be great for hair. Luckily for you, women have been using hair ties for generations, and they've dialed in ones that keep getting better and better and better. And the less tight, the better. The more you tighten your hair, the more it's going to break, the more it's going to shed. Ask any woman that puts her hair in a ponytail. They likely shed more on ponytail days than they do on when their head hair days are down. I know that for a fact because I clean the shower after Sam washes her hair. So I can tell her, I could literally tell her, you wore a ponytail today, didn't you? She'll say yes, and it's because there's more. So that would be the biggest advice. Hey, TR, man, thank you so much. Thank you for introducing me to ostrich oil. Hey, fantastic. Freak of nature ingredient there. Freak of nature ingredient. All right, guys, we're going to start to wrap up these questions here. If we skipped any, I apologize. Yeah.
You can ask us in person next week.
Absolutely. If a company doesn't list ingredients, should that company be avoided? Yes, they by law have to. They don't have a choice. In America, the only thing that you don't have to list is your fragrance blend. That is proprietary. In the UK and Canada, you have to list all that stuff in there. Every single fragrance, every single essential oil. But in America, you have to list your carriers in order of potency. If any company would like information, I can direct them to the cosmetic labeling portion of the FDA website that I know front to back, unfortunately. Is the mayor going to discuss back hair versus beard hair on Sunday?
Well, I already did a back hair trimmer.
True.
I think that's about it. Yeah, I don't feel like there's a whole episode there.
Yeah, could be.
Ugh.
All right, guys, final
That I
question.
wanna do.
Final question before we hop back here, and I'm going to kick this one to the mayor. Do y'all have any tips on nervous tics, picking at my beard?
I know, I definitely have them. I have like...
I didn't kick it to him for that reason, by the way.
Well, buddy, we do talk about it. I would say being aware, you know, like if people are telling you, like my wife is always saying, like certain things that I'll do, just trying to figure out, like I was telling him the other day, like Cameron was pulling at his hair while he's driving. Put a glove on your hand or do something silly like that. Kind of just break that habit. Some sometimes have to resort to a little bit drastic measures if it's becoming a real problem. Like in his case, I think damaging his beard as much as it was, it would be something you might want to try. That's about all I can say is just trying to figure out a kind of an easy solution. It's kind of like being a parent, like when your kids get bad habits or whatever, you try and figure out, well, what do I want to accomplish? How do we get there? And then do it.
Beautiful, beautiful. And just super quick here, how do I resist getting the new limited release of any company? Stop looking, Justin. If you're in their Facebook group, leave. If you're on their website or Instagram, don't look. That's the only way that I could give you that one. And I love this question. Don't you think it's fair to list your fragrances? No, I don't think that you should, mainly because you don't have to, for one. And for two, there's a whole lot of levels when it comes to creating a fragrance blend. And unfortunately, we're humans. A human characteristic is to see, ooh, that does well, how can I copy it? And if it's proprietary for a reason. It's meant to protect that secret, meant to protect what you do. For example, the Bearded Mac is one of the greatest companies at creating scent profiles that are so layered. They have those top notes, the mid notes, the heart notes, the base notes, and they give you 3 and say, hey, this is a mint, lime, and amber scent, but there's probably 8 other fragrances in there that you don't know. That's part of the fun. That's part of figuring it out. And there are, unfortunately, companies that try to hop on that and steal that thunder and try to take what they see. There's unfortunately a lot of basic level thinkers. Ooh, success, I want that, I copy that. So I actually like the proprietary laws that we have in America more so than Canada and the UK. Now, is there give or take to that? Like allergies? Yeah, absolutely there is. I see the other side. But to answer straight up, no, I don't think that they should have to. That would be my advice. All right, beautiful. Love that, guys. We haven't been able to do that for a while, so thank you for dropping those.
All right, this is Dylan H. Just an update on beard growth. 1 inch of growth. Took your advice on the heated brush. Let me know what you think. Also, do you get any advice on a haircut? And I tried something new before and after review. Thanks in advance.
Beautiful. All right.
So these are the befores.
Yeah, and I see obviously a major difference with the haircut that we're about to show, but I don't see a massive difference on the beard here. But the haircut's a huge change. Boom. All right, man, it's your world. What you got?
So 10 out of 10 on making, doing something with your hair that doesn't, lose like the cool, like you have a good head of hair, but you have that fade up or the blend ups. It looks fantastic. I can definitely see that you're straightening your beard, and I do think it, it's very noticeable. I think it looks good. I would maybe just continue to work that you're gonna end up getting it. I wouldn't do it maybe as frequently. I think right now you're growing in, you're getting your base. So right now your message is going to be like the lowest heat setting, and less is more as far as the heat goes as you wait for that to thicken in. But it looks fantastic, and you can tell you've really gained some confidence and really improved your game.
Yeah, I agree with Amber. I agree with everything the mayor said there. That's one of the freshest haircuts I've seen. Not only the clean side separating the beard, but that comb over, that part, that fold over there, and it's got that like feathering look to it. Beautiful, man. Absolutely crushed it on the haircut and the beard. I agree with every little bit of advice the mayor gave right there. Awesome, Dylan, man. Thanks for sending in.
All right, this is Zach M. I've attached a few photos depicting 2 issues that I've got with my beard. The first issue I have is that my beard grows in 2 different directions. On the right side of my face, my beard grows towards the back of my ear. And on the left side of my face, my beard grows toward my jawline. Any way to fix this? Secondly, the hair at the bottom of my beard near my chin is curling instead of growing straight downward. I've tried blow dry, shaping as Dan demonstrated, but I get limited results. Any ideas? This is Zach, the Albatross on the stream chat.
Beautiful. All right, Zach, we're going to break it up in 2 parts here. Right side goes towards my ear, left side goes towards my jawline. So let's focus on that aspect first here. Okay. So this part of his beard is going straight down, right? Going here. This part of the beard is going to the side as it goes through. And he's using heat, right? Did he say if it is a heated brush? I know he talked about
I believe so. I think
is going straight down, blow dry. Okay, so I haven't heard anything a heated brush. So Zach, to begin with, the direction of the hairs, it's just a matter of training them. And on the side of your beard here, where it's much shorter than where your chin is, here's the take on this. And we rarely do this, but the mayor and I did discuss this one a little bit beforehand. Essentially, what is going on here is your beard on your chin is much longer than your sides, and it just doesn't have any support. It's a little bit thinner underneath, and what that's doing is it just doesn't have a backboard. It doesn't have sides to brace itself on. For me,
we got sound problems.
Oh, do we? Okay.
I don't know. Sorry, guys. We
Interesting.
haven't done anything.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on this side here. Oh, it looks like YouTube is doing some buffering and numbers dropping here. We should be good on our end. Just hang with us.
We can do, yeah.
Yeah, just hang with us here. No, we got like the fastest internet I've ever. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not on our side. I promise you here. All right, we're back. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, must be YouTube because we didn't even get the signal of death or anything. So, all right, buffering for a bad minute. Okay, beautiful. We are back, you guys. I'll just kind of start over on this one. Zach, advice would be heated brush on the sides. That's what's going to train it to go in the direction you'd like. On the chin, your issue is because your chin is longer than the rest of your beard, so it does not have a backing. It's just a little bit too thin right there. If you had a matching length on the sides, it would have a little side to push it in place. If you had backing underneath, it would have a backboard pushing it in place. It's just kind of doing its own thing. So here's how you solve that right now. I know it might not be the advice you want to hear, but I do think it is the advice you need to hear, is you want to trim that even with the rest of your beard. Let it grow in evenly. Let it grow in stronger than ever. You need the support on the sides and you need the support underneath if you want to control that styling. So super duper simple. Just take that trim right along that same line you have and let it grow in together.
Yep. The only thing I would add to what Dan suggested is if you want, we're waiting for the sides to grow in. If you wanted to leave it slightly longer on your chin, what you will give, you just like a touch, like you bring it even within almost just kind of I would say do it at 2 or 3 days. Take a little bit off. Look at how you like the look, because there is if you like that shape and that angular shape, sometimes a little bit longer on the chin is good. But if you just want to, like Dan said, if it's overall just we're going for a big beard, and you're not really worried about the look of it right now, yeah, just make it even like Dan suggested.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can also consider slightly longer on that, but like without the backboard, maybe not. Maybe not yet.
I strongly recommend going even there. Jeff, other moderator buddy asks, could he hold off on the trim, let the sides catch up? No, they are never going to catch up. That front is going to continue to grow longer. 90% of beardsmen, their chin grows faster than their sides anyway. So no, I wouldn't wait.
And if I look at you're right. If I look at the you can almost do that angle right there and still kind of have what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Continue that kind of straight line that you have up high to the jaw, the corner of your jaw, and kind of can continue it down. Yeah, I agree with Dan.
Yep. So pretty simple, and it's going to grow back better than ever, thicker than ever, and go in directions you want it to. Awesome,
cool.
man.
Great
Thanks for sending in, Zach.
Great questions. This is Brady. Most of my life, I've never been able to grow a beard. From working as a cook to serving in the Canadian Armed Forces, my job never allowed it. Recently, however, I decided to take a new path as an entrepreneur with hopes of becoming a dog breeder and possibly finding my niche in the men's grooming space. I first started to grow a goatee, but after a few months after getting into beard care products and discovering the beard community, I've become committed to growing the full beard. So you'll see my goatee is just over 6 months old, whereas the rest of my face is just over 3 months old. I've got progress pictures throughout, and I'm thankful for any advice at all on how I can improve. My main problem area is my neck. My current beard care is typically oil, balm in the morning, and oil and butter at night. Comb out, pre-application, comb out, and brush post-application.
Beautiful. Take care, Donald and Daniel. Thank you guys for always being here and supporting. All right, I feel famous. All right, awesome, man. What's going on? I'm assuming this is Mr. Speedo the Guido right here. Awesome, brother. Okay, so a decently similar, and love the style, man. You very purposeful, very, very unique style. I'm digging it. I feel like I can, I feel your personality. Like I can sense it here.
And he sent in a bunch of pictures.
Yep.
I kind of just like picked and choose from what I thought we would most talk about.
Yeah, and this is our last one, guys, too, just for anybody that I know this is a weird week for people, spring break, different things. So main thing is that his goatee started before the beard, right? And we're seeing that on the sides. That's kind of the main takeaway that we have here. And he has progress that he's showing. My main problem is my neck. The current beard is typically with the oil kind of going through his process here. Okay. So main problem is the neck and similar things here. So one kind of issue I have with giving advice here is I can't tell if your sides are like packed in and kind of loaded to your face, or if it's just that much shorter than the rest of your beard, because like you said, because it almost looks like your styling is pushing in to this point and pushing in.
Packed in.
It seems like it's packed in. So Brady, I'm going to give you a 2-part advice that they're connected. Number 1, we need to do a blowout. Now, what does that mean? It means getting heat from underneath and blowing the beard away from your face, whether that's with a heated brush, whether that's with a blow dryer and a comb. We want to get it not so packed in on the side, and that's a very natural thing for somebody kind of figuring out their style. A lot of guys go through that. They're like, it looks better when I like Velcro it and push it all in, and it kind of goes against your instincts to go through. All right, so okay, they are packed in. So if you like that look, you need to trim the beard completely even.
And that's a good look.
That's a great look. I was just going to say, if you are somebody who wants it tidy, who wants it neat, pack it in, put balm. That's what balm is for. But I'm not a big fan of packing it in here and then unleashing it on the sides. If you want like this look, I would say shave the sides and go with a goatee with a power mustache, dude. Don't touch a thing on that stash, dude. You're absolutely killing it. My advice, though, I want to see you get rid of the balm. I want to see you blow that beard out on the sides. Let's see what we're working with there. And then once we have that as a starting basis, then we're going to look at trimming even and letting it grow out. That's only if your goal is to go to a big, medium, or full beard. If not, let's trim this bad boy down right here, kind of go with a mare type style, maybe a little duck bill where you come here, flat on the front, or even just round it. And then and then you're going to pack it all in with that balm, with a Boris brush. And like the mayor said, that's a great look. That's not a knock at all. We just need to know your goal. So if you could let me know, and I'll kick it to the mayor too, is your goal to go big? Are you hoping to get a big, full, medium, long beard? Or do you want something a little bit more tidy? Because that's going to really determine the path that you go on.
Yeah, I think with tidiness, one of the things too, I do think as I look at the side profile, I want to encourage you to just pick out that you got a gap from where your goatee was and obviously where your beard is. And I think if you, with some styling, with using a Chicago comb, like a number 7 pick or number 8 even, could bring some of that out even so you wouldn't see like that notch that's so much. But if you are going to go going big, then I think you're doing the right thing. Using that balm, kind of keeping it together as we go. Still maybe...
No, balm done. Balm's dead.
Okay, but still...
Balm's dead.
we need to get it even then. We need to get it even, so there still may be a need for a little bit of an evening up.
Yeah, definitely an evening. Balm is now dead that you're going big. And I'll reiterate those steps, but Dave has a great point here. I was just looking at the beard. I didn't even see that. Fantastic fade and blend on the side there. I don't know if you did that yourself, but that is expert level. I even struggle with that line there and how you get it. Absolutely amazing little blend on the side. Okay, so you want to go big. Very, very simple answer. Brady, get rid of the balm. As the mayor said, pick number 7, Chicago comb number 8. Let's get that beard away from your face. Send in a picture, and you can even send it to me personally because we have to wait 2 weeks now, and I'll give you advice where to trim from there. But let's blow it out, and then we'll even it out, and then you're just going to grow from that position where you're at because you have a great base on there. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? So that'll be good. Hey, who is that? How you say that? Elson?
Elson.
What's up, Elson? How you doing, man? Welcome to the team. I appreciate you. But yeah, so that's awesome. I appreciate the kind words. Oh, man, absolutely.
Great look.
Dude, the look, and I think it's like the mustache with the bald and bearded, but it's all there together. You have the base. Like, look at the foundation of the beard. The only reason why it's doing this is because, like you said, you started the goatee growth before the beard. And it's just kind of, that's the card you're with right now.
Could be a lot more uneven, too.
I agree.
We've seen that.
Yeah, I agree for sure. It's looking big. Let's go big, man. Let's absolutely go big, and you're going to have it completely crushed. It's going to look good. It's got the color. It's got the texture. It's got the mustache. I cannot wait, and that's going to be fun. Yeah, as Scott says there, cannot wait for an update. This will be a drastic one. This will be one where it's like, oh, man. And I do have to say, I am so glad you said going big because I think this is going to be fun, and I think this will be really,
like a
really
butterfly
good.
That spreads out its wings for the first time.
Right. And it's it's for us there. So awesome, man. And hey, that's what we got, you guys. That is the end of the advice portion of the show tonight. We appreciate you guys being here, right? This show isn't just about giveaways or deals or anything. We just want to help people out. We like when you guys help out as well. We love supporting people. I also know people walk away from this show feeling better than when they started.
I hope so.
And that's such a cool feeling. We don't ever, no matter what advice we give, we don't want anybody to walk away feeling down about themselves. We want to build people up. We want your journey, trajectory to take off and just enjoy what you're doing, love. And for me, one of the biggest traits that I hope to pass on to anybody, but especially my children, is confidence. I cannot tell you the power of like true, genuine confidence and what that does for your relationships, your opportunities, your mindset, right? It matters a whole lot. And if just a little bit of advice from either of us can bring that confidence to you, whew, this is worth it. Absolutely worth it.
I hope so. Confidence is so key in everything. Imagine living your life and saying what you thought and asking for what you wanted and needed. It's possible. It's attainable.
From two people that have been on both sides of that coin, it's wild. It's wild once you start.
I'm not going back, man.
No. Once you understand your value, once you understand who you are and you understand like what makes you happy, holy cow, it's a really, really cool part. All right, you got that one there?
Is the AberLite Pro much better than the AberLite Pocket? Yeah, it is. It is. It's, I think, almost twice as much money or whatever, but you can just do so much more. It's the right tool for my beard for sure, and I think a lot of people have been pleased with it.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Is the AberLite Pocket bad? No, not at all. Quality, it's going to last you a long time. And there's probably situationally where it's better. I can't think off the top of my head. Maybe if you need to fit in your pocket.
The pocket, just the quality of the plastic on the bristles and stuff like that was good, but there's like a feel, like the roundness of the way that the Pro gets in. It's just an overall tool that you don't mind. There's nothing that bothers you by using it daily or as much as you need to.
Yeah, and we do have a video on the channel where the mayor reviews 4 of them.
4 of them.
4 different AberLite models, so check that one out. Question, growing a beard with scarring. Try your best to style around it. Try your best to cover it up. Most of the time, scarring is not going to grow new hairs. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I will say I did a video on derma rolling. The derma roller was invented by trying to solve issues with scarring for health of the skin. Essentially, a doctor took an old tattoo gun and started piercing the skin to see if it would like wake it up again. Then they started adding things like minoxidil, the active ingredient, and Rogaine. And that's how derma rolling began, was with an old school tattoo gun or a tattoo machine. I know I said that, and tattoo artists, sorry, shade out there, like jumped on me like, we don't say that. That is what they said in the actual scientific journal. So I'm just staying with their study there. So I hate to suggest derma rolling. I hate to suggest minoxidil, but there is some basis in there. That's actually where it came from. But usually it's going to be about styling and kind of covering it up or just rocking it, man. I got some wicked scars and I absolutely love them. So yeah, interesting question that we have there. Do you guys have a heated comb for the mustache? I use the AberLite Pro every single day on my mustache. I have several videos where I demonstrate that. So yeah, absolutely. Different Viking tribes actually had laws for scarring men's face in the beard area for a fact it ruined a beard. Yeah, and I love all the misconceptions about the Vikings. Somebody sent me a post the other day where it was about like these different areas of Europe like banned Vikings because they were scared their women were going to go to the Vikings because the Vikings took better care of their hygiene than everybody else at their time, which is true. And usually, like, the tough guys use that, get like, when did men stop becoming men? I wish we could go back to the Viking days. Well, Vikings used combs, they used oil, they used tweezers. A lot of guys don't use tweezers, but the Vikings, in their graves, in their burials, were found with tweezers to manicure their face.
It just seems like this pattern of taking care of yourself to be more attractive. I don't know. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Making an effort usually pays off.
Crazy, huh? Crazy.
Crazy.
All right, you guys. thank you so much for being here. Just a kind reminder, next Wednesday, we're going to be here. We'll be on time, but it's going to be a little bit different show. Hey, you might meet some creators, some company owners, some community members that you've never seen on video before. We're going to have them introduce themselves. We'll show you around Disney Springs, and we're going to have Joe from Beard Octane, Eric with an A from Beard Octane. We're going to have so many people. Russ, who's in the chat, is going to be there. We got a lot of people, guys. I'm super, super excited to be there, and that's about it. That's all we got. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, video on Friday, video on Sunday. Even while at Disney, the videos are ready. They're posted. They're ready to go. We don't stop here. Thank you guys for all the kind words. Thank you guys all for the support. And hey, Shade, 10 out of 10 on the cherry. How'd it hold through to you?
Fantastic.
It really is. It is an awesome one. Awesome, guys. All right, we're about to get out of here. Have a great night. Finish the week strong. See you guys.